This exhibition started with the screen behind me that was acquired by the Huntington in 2011, and it was a dream of the curators of this show to bring all the surviving pieces of Johnson's 1930s commission back together for the first time in over 40 years. In 1933, Johnson received a commission from the Public Works of Art Project, which was a New Deal era program after the Great Depression. And he was commissioned to create a screen for the organ loft on the second floor of the California School for the Blind in Berkeley. My favorite part of the organ screen is the center where the abstracted branches of the tree radiate out like sound waves. And woodland creatures, the deer, the foxes, the rabbits have come to listen to the music.
That's one of the things that's very interesting to me is in terms of the motifs of the screen, the animal world, the natural world. It's again a world that's a little bit different from the industrial world outside. It's a world that then by association is symbolically purer, uncorrupted, organic in terms of the relationships among animals and the sort of balance between flora and fauna. Maybe that was something that was really important to Johnson to bring to a school where children were learning.
So Johnson carved the screens from redwood, and we have actually photographs of him building the proscenium over the stage in his backyard, in his small house in Berkeley. So he would have started with planks of redwood and carved it and perforated it, and then covered it with a red layer. He calls it Chinese red in the period, and then covered that with gilding.
Yeah, this is such, the proscenium screen is so interesting to me because it's also, it looks as if Johnson is trying to present people who are sages, as well as these sort of timeless figures of wisdom, as if they are musicians. I always think that there's one with looks like he's wearing a sort of curly wig, almost reminds me of Handel as part of the screen. And then this sort of Janus head, which is a sort of timeless and cross-cultural sort of presentation of the many sides of the self.
Most of his works in the late 20s and early 30s were very small scale. And this is just, he takes a huge leap with this commission, making something much larger than he'd ever done before. And he's carving in wood, which we don't really see from other aspects of his career in this time period. And he's gilding. So it's a very experimental process for him. It would have been a huge challenge, I imagine, in that time period.
But then at the same time can be taken out of its original context and become part of another conversation that's otherwise dynamic and revelatory. I see the aspects, the elements of the screen as something that are as vibrant as sculpture, because they are in relief as well. They are not exactly like painted forms, something with texture and facture and volumetric presence. You never get tired of that.